Today, I want to talk about one of the craziest claims that came through my office. When I pay life insurance claims, we saw everything under the sun, but this story is very interesting. Let's just say the husband offed his wife and then tried to sell off his minor daughter while in prison just so he could collect the life insurance. Okay, get your tea, get your drink, get your popcorn ready because the story is very deep. So, this lady passes away, and it is a typical claim in our industry. And so, at first glance, her passing is actually ruled an accident. This lady was found in the bathtub, y'all. She was found in the bathtub, and based on the investigation, that was the final cause of manner. And then a few weeks later, we are notified that the family is questioning the cause of manner. And so now what that tells us is that this claim is currently on hold and no payments are made. For those of you that don't know, I have spent a decade paying and denying life insurance claims, upward of $200 million. So I have literally seen everything under the sun. And it's really crazy to believe that low key, I was like a detective. Like, I talked to a variety of different people from coroner, funeral homes, police detectives, spouses, family, a ton of people mourning, people trying to scam to get the life insurance. And so I wanted to create a platform where I can educate everyday people on how they can put a plan in place for their family so that, number one, your family knows what to do when you are no longer here. Because we get life insurance, you leave a legacy, but you don't provide any type of guidance. And so people are your family, your loved ones, whoever is left behind. They're going based off of assumption, but they're also going based off of whatever it is that they can take care of in that moment. And so without instructions and guides and roadmaps, they don't know where to begin. What's next? This is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I think I need to do. This is what I think they would have wanted. And I want to help you eliminate that guesswork and provide pure clarity. Okay, so getting back to the story. The family is questioning things, and that means you put the claim on hold. Claim on hold means no payments are made, very limited communication with who we talk to because this is a sensitive situation, right? And so, long story short, it was determined that this was now an investigation. And this became clear that the husband was heavily involved. I don't want to use the M word on here, but he was heavily involved. He was convicted of the crime, and that changed the cause and manner on her death certificate as now a homicide. This lady had life insurance and left her spouse as her sole and primary beneficiary. And so I want to talk about what she did wrong, right? Aside from marrying a weirdo that unfortunately she produced children with, she did not name a contingent beneficiary. So what does that mean? When you have life insurance, you can name a primary beneficiary and you can name a contingent beneficiary. Primary is number one. That's the person or people who will receive everything. And now a contingent beneficiary is listed in the event that your primary cannot collect. Now, a few scenarios when that could be the case is that person is no longer living. Whether they predeceased you, meaning passed away before, or maybe there was, I've paid a lot of claims where people passed away together, them and their beneficiary. Or in this situation, the beneficiary disqualifies himself by actually committing the crime. And so then you go to the contingent beneficiaries. In her case, there was no contingent beneficiary listed. And who was her next of kin? Her minor child that she had with her husband. And so we are now following the investigation because we need to determine as the insurance company who's going to get this money. Now that we know that there is a minor involved, the minor is not eligible to receive a check until they are 18 or until someone becomes the, somebody has to obtain financial guardianship on behalf of this minor child. And so this is now on the news, right? We're following the story. We're keeping up with all the updates. We're in communication with the detective, all of this. And so the husband came up with the bright idea that he was going to try to sell off his minor daughter to someone outside of the US just so he could collect the life insurance. He's literally on the phone scheming like, you can have my daughter, you can marry her, you can do whatever you want because I'm going to pay you well. Are you serious? Like, I can't even fathom something like this. Like, this is literally a movie, how it played out. And this was all discovered just from his phone conversations in prison. He's literally calling multiple people and pitching this idea to them. Your minor daughter is so wild to me. So that was his plan all along. I guess he wasn't smart enough to realize that the calls are being recorded, sir. And so I'm pretty sure, we don't get the details of this piece of it, but I'm pretty sure his time was extended. I mean, I would hope from this alone, this is a crime. You're in prison committing a crime, and so you need to be punished for doing so. This happened so long ago that I don't remember all the specifics, but I believe that the daughter did go into the hands of her maternal side, her mom's side, and I'm not quite sure who the funds were actually paid to, but the story was just, it was just very, very interesting. And it's sad that people have a price, and that's really sad to say. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that you have a contingent beneficiary listed. Now, it's very simple to do. Check out your life insurance. Number one, make sure you got a primary. You want to put a primary beneficiary down. From there, you should see contingent beneficiaries. And in some cases, they will give you an option to name one person or multiple people. And they'll let you know, if you want to name multiple people, does that mean you are dividing this? So say you name 3 contingent beneficiaries. If your primary is no longer an option, should the benefit be split between your contingent beneficiaries, or is there kind of like a line of succession? Contingent Benny number 1, if not them, contingent Benny number 2, and so on and so forth. And so make it clear, take out the guesswork, make sure you got a backup plan. All right? Be sure to share this video.